Well, obviously through the explicit preaching of the Word, through the explicit preaching of the gospel, and then through the patient, careful, consistent work of the pastor in helping people see how every part of the Bible relates to the center of the Bible. Not in some corny kind of way, you preach your text and then kind of add Jesus on at the end, but in a way that is marked by a faithfulness to the content of that particular passage, but attaching that passage. We take our cue from Luke 24, from John 5, from Matthew 5, where we see that all of the Old Testament, all of the apostolic witness, more explicitly, is pointing in some way to Jesus. And so our job is to help people see how this prepares the way for Christ, how this anticipates Christ, how this fulfills the word about Christ. So that's one of the things I find most interesting in preaching, is doing the hard work of wrestling with your text until the connection to the gospel comes clear. And now you're sitting in your office praying, God, help me to communicate to them what you've just made clear to me. What a sweet privilege. One last thing I would say is the embodiment of the gospel in the evident, humble dependence of the preacher on the grace of God. That to me speaks powerfully. I've been encouraged how frequently people reference what was helpful for me was your demeanor, your evident dependence, and not just dependence, but your trust. So the experience, the momentum of the experience of trust in God's provision through the gospel, everything now follows in the train of Christ. So if I stand up there and communicate to people, either in my prayers or somehow in my body language, I don't know how, that I'm trusting God, that is a sign to them something has happened in that man to render him eager and happy to trust in God.